reading it. How big is Tyler?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I am a big man. I'm a huge man. Where's my... I can read you the entire quote, that I am a big man, a huge man, and I fear riding on the subway at night. The squeaking of the wheels, the rattle of the tracks, the tapping, gently rapping at my train car door. 'Tis some visitor, I mutter, tapping at my train car door, only this and nothing more.
Yeah, hey everybody.
Hey. Welcome to the Comic Book Cooldown, where everybody's normal.
Totally cool.
Totally cool.
Totally cool.
Hey Tugboat. Hey Carrie.
Hey Rudette. Hey Keith.
What's up, Dylan? Oh, hey Emma.
I think that's everybody.
That is everybody in the chat, at least. I hope you're all doing well.
Hi everyone that's not in chat. And howdy to folks who are watching the stream later.
Yeah, I plopped this guy on the desk. This is my most recent oil painting that I've been working on. I got this frame at a thrift store, and I plopped a canvas in there and then painted the whole thing together, which is kind of fun. Although the frame, for some reason, is taking a very long time to dry.
It's plastic.
Yeah, I don't know. That shouldn't really matter unless it prevents oxidation from happening from behind. Like if oxidation can happen from behind, I don't know.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
The air wouldn't get through.
But also, like the gessoed canvas shouldn't allow any air from behind either.
Guess who forgot to turn on the mic?
Do I have my mic on?
It's me.
I do have my mic on. Okay. Thanks, Rudak.
Okay,
I'm kind of happy with it. For considering, I feel very like out of my depth with oil painting. I feel like this turned out really well, and I'm like kind of loving the experience of not knowing what I'm doing, and really sort of fighting my way through. Although it has led to some disappointments. I've had some paintings that have gone poorly. Actually,
well, that one that you were working on, there was a point where you felt some disappointment, but then
yeah, like I don't know if I ever showed off these. This one turned out pretty nice. This was a little tiny Emmy. Turned out kind of cute, and it's not like the composition's kind of poor. I didn't spend a lot of time figuring out what I was going to do. I was just like, oh, I'll do an Emmy. I just went for it. But it turned out nice. I liked it. And then I did this one that is based off of a photo of the football field at a place here in town. It was a cute little sketch. It was fun. But the oil painting stuff has been very fun and interesting for me. I'm like I don't, I don't know. It just feels like I'm learning new stuff, which is very fun and exciting.
do you have oil paint on your hands?
I do have a little bit of oil paint on my hands. I've been slowly working on figuring out what is safe to use in the studio. And I guess I haven't been slowly doing it. I just been like implementing it, and it's taken a little while. But main thing is just not using solvents, which is very hard. Although I did find some orange-based solvent that's like a brush cleaner that works pretty good, but boy is it strong.
Hey, Math Raptor.
Dorman Bates' mother got a makeover. Yeah, she got her hair set. Hey, Seth. Next book is going to be all oils. Yikes. I don't think so. Actually, my plan is this. Like, I think what I want to do is this year, 2025.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna keep like painting going at all the time. So like I can sit down and paint for 20 minutes a day or whatever, and just get as much practice in as I can, and then hopefully next year I can start to do some oil paintings for covers. But it just I got a lot to learn before I can do that, just because I need to know how to organize my process so that I can get it done in a timely manner.
Oh yeah.
Which is very hard.
Yeah.
Like that skull painting that was just here on the desk has been done for 2 weeks, and
it's not dry
it's
enough
not dry
to be on a scanner.
Yeah.
You could take a photo of it, but
that's one
with
thing.
some of the shininess from the wet paint.
Well, it shouldn't matter
Okay.
if I can learn how to photograph it right. Because if you photograph it well, there are no shines on it.
True.
So the shininess shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, talk about you can do splatter with oil paints.
You haven't yet, though.
I have not yet, just because
you're still learning.
The over splatter
Oh.
is going to be tougher to clean up.
True.
Than with like watercolor or acrylics even.
We'll have to get you a big giant like plastic tablecloth to hang behind.
Yeah, totally. Like a Gallagher stand-up thing. Oh, thanks, Carrie.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to photograph it, because with the frame being attached, also that makes it impossible to stick in a scanner.
Yeah.
So the only way to do it is with photography. But photographing oil paintings, photographing any artwork is a whole art in its own. So it's like 2 whole new art forms I have to learn.
True. And do you think you'll need to get a different camera? A better camera?
I think the camera that I have will work.
Is that the one above your head?
Yeah, the one I'm actually using on this is a nice Sony mirrorless camera, and it will do if I shoot in RAW, the resolution is plenty for doing like a comic book cover.
Or a print?
Depends on how big the print is. Carrie asks, that would add a lot of texture as well, wouldn't it? The oil splatter. It depends on how thick I do the paint. I don't think I could splatter oil paint right out of the tube. Like, I'd have to thin it down significantly. So I could thin it down so it was very watery and would splatter flat.
Some of it, yeah.
But yeah, so my thought for tonight was just to cool down by trying to think of something else to paint. I don't have anything planned. One of the guys I've been looking at a lot, and I always like, dang, it's so embarrassing how bad I am with names sometimes. There's a painter. He's done some DC covers. He did a very good Swamp Thing one. He sort of got his first big break by illustrating the 2nd or 3rd book in the Dark Tower series. Somebody in chat's gonna know his name. Oh.
Hey, Alpha Llama Llama.
Hey, Alpha Llama Llama. It's good to see you.
That's Alpha Llama Llama. He's on his phone.
Oh.
So it's under a different name.
Not Kent Williams. But you're on the right track, Tugboat.
Lucio Perea.
Oh. Not Bernie Wrightson. Not Michael Whalen, but I'm going to write that down and look up Michael Whalen. I'm not familiar with.
And not Lucio?
No. Dang.
Do I know, like, should I
don't
know this person's
I
name?
don't know if you would know their name.
I'm not great at names.
So I'm tempted to do a Swamp Thing oil painting.
Okay. Glenn Orbick.
No.
Okay.
God, what's that dude's name? Now I have to look it up. I actually had this exact same problem.
Riccardo Federici.
Nope.
Risi.
I had the same exact thing happen just a few days ago with the exact same dude, and I could not remember his name. And it's so embarrassing because
Tugboat says Jay Lee.
Nope.
Okay.
Because I am actually kind of obsessed with this guy's work.
You're better with names than I am, but still, it's really hard to remember people's names. And they'll be on the tip of your tongue, but not enough to say it. Glenn Chadbourne, says Keith.
Phil Hale.
Phil Hale. Hi, Stacy.
Phil Hale is who I'm thinking of.
Keith says Robin Firth. Nope. How do you spell that person's name?
Philhale.
Hale.
I'm going to write it down and maybe it will help me remember. Phil Hale. And actually, it's funny because I can remember his name when I'm not talking to people about it.
Uh-huh.
But when I talk to people about it, it falls out of my head. So I was thinking of a Swamp Thing, but I also feel like it needs to be, if I'm going to spend like a couple weeks on this thing, it needs to be something more than just a little bit.
I'm glad that I put the spelling into chat because Keith looked up somebody else and got a murderer. Rudak is all for the Swamp Thing. What if it was Swamp Thing in a very lush jungle?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about. Like if
Or
I
swamp.
actually spent,
I mean,
like what if
not
I
jungle,
did,
but swamp.
what if it was kind of more of a landscape painting?
Oh,
with Swamp Thing in it.
Oh.
Then
I wonder if this will make up for painting over the frog.
Nothing can ever make up for painting over the frog.
Oh. Like it would be hard to tell that Swamp Thing was there unless you really took a second look.
Well, I'm thinking just doing my first thumbnail. I'm thinking my first thought is just doing him like waist deep in the water of the swamp, walking around. I always think it's pretty fun when Swamp Thing is like just being a little like hippie.
Oh yeah, with a little bird on his finger.
A little bird.
Math Raptor wants him to have a gator too, a nice gator friend.
Oh. Oh, Andrew Wyeth, but with comics. That's an interesting idea. Andrew Wyeth, I think of as being very like sort of he does like simple abstract compositions with his landscapes. that would be very interesting to try to do with a swamp. I mean, you could, because swamps are like...
Pretty abstract.
Well, and like, there's different kinds of swamps. There's the kind of swamps that are actually just like that
slough?
mat of stuff that's floating on the water, you know, and it's like
yeah.
really flat and grassy. And then there's swamps that are like a slough, and then there's swamp that so it looks like a river or like a pond, and then there's swamps that are like a forest. Marsh thing.
Hi, Michael.
Slough thing.
Tips is in here. She was napping, apparently.
Well, I'm thinking the creature from... You know, I haven't watched The Creature of the Black Lagoon maybe ever, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know, like, is the creature like a creature of nature or a creature of evil? Or a creature of evil nature? Are you bringing Tibbs over to say hi?
Trying.
She's not super.
Wait, I'm like, here we go. Here she is. Poor people.
So this is my Wyeth Swamp Thing composition, where I'm simplifying the shapes and doing some
Tiff should have her own
grasslands.
stream.
Oh, Tib should not have her own stream. It would go to her head. Oh, the creature just wants to protect his territory. You know.
Like all of us, he's just a fish at heart, says Alpha.
A prehistoric missing link gillman who likes girls. Ooh la la. Oh, that's right. Tib's come on Splash Page.
Yeah.
My mom watched that and thought it was really funny.
Yep. My feelings on both fish and women are too complex to be expressed on a hat. That's from Math Raptor.
So another
the first
approach.
one with such straight lines is piquing my interest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You like that silhouette?
I love the straight lines. It's a little, would that be impressionistic?
No.
Nope. What would that be? Where the art's so angular?
I don't know. I wouldn't call it cubist, but it's cartooning.
Tugboat? I don't think.
Oh my gosh, Tugboat.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
we
like
both did.
That made me cry when I saw it.
Both of us, because the baby elephant was born shortly after Two the Pants had died. It's very nice.
For those not in the know, we had a dog named Tula who died last year, and
yeah,
Oregon Zoo has a brand new baby elephant named Tula.
Yep. German expressionism. Thank you, Emma.
Oh, yep, I can see that.
Carrie says cubism.
Swamp Thing descending a staircase. I got a thumbnail with a normal pencil so I can erase.
Emma knows her art, says Keith. Yep.
So another fun approach would be to do like Swamp Thing just like up close on him, and then really focus on painting a bunch of leaves and flowers and stems.
Okay. I just had an excellent idea that maybe I'll need to do sometime. It's a up close of Swamp Thing, but his body looks like a swamp landscape.
Oh. The only like Alan Moore Swamp Thing I ever read as a kid was one where Swamp Thing took over Gotham City and fought Batman a little bit.
I think I read that one.
But Swamp Thing made himself into a giant Swamp Thing where he had legs that were like giant sequoia trees and stuff.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. Michael, this is for fun.
The swamp trees, not the like those swamp trees.
No, like giant sequoias.
Sequoias.
Because he's like all
plants.
All plants.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he did become an ant.
Michael, this is for fun, for experimenting with oil paints.
Yeah, that's a good point, Michael. Maybe I should do like some thinking about doing like a landscape format.
And not a comic book format?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like how the orientation of the panel, of the paint pan.
Yeah.
The canvas. Tugboat, that elephant is very cute. Elephants are awesome. Tugboat wants to see Swamp Thing become a cherry blossom tree.
Oh, interesting.
They are blooming everywhere, and they're beautiful.
Yeah, we have a lot of cherry trees around town.
And even
going bananas right now.
Even the magnolia, I don't know what kind of magnolia it is. It's a small one that's in our neighbor's yard. Is beautiful and blooming too.
So with this close-up one, let's see, I'm going to say the light is coming from here.
Oh, Keith, that's such a good idea. Do a series of Swamp Thing paintings for different types of trees or different seasons. That's not what Keith said. Different types of trees is a great idea. Carrie, some of the most beautiful blossoming trees are real stinkers. The Titan Arum is one that she brought up from Omaha. And it's a stinky one. Jacarandas, when we lived in California, they're so beautiful, like blue-purple blossoms that last for a while. And They stunk up all of San Diego while we were there. Well, not just while we were there. I'm sure they're still stinking up the place.
The Swamp Thing with antlers was pretty cool with Math Raptor. I did not read... I don't think I read any of the Swamp Thing New 52s. I think I tried reading the... Maybe I did, and it felt like they were doing... they were trying to make him a superhero book instead of making him a horror book. No, I think I might be confusing him with Jonah Hex. That they tried to make a superhero book out of. Like, they moved him to Gotham and stuff.
Yeah, they did. Swamp Thing is black mold in your basement, Tugboat. Math Raptor says Swamp Thing was in an Animal Man comic too. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Oh, working for a concert.
Oh.
Thanks. You have a good concert.
There's like a tiny Swamp Thing.
He is tiny, looking at some water.
Yeah.
Oh. Dylan says Swamp Thing as Arizona Southwest plants would be cool.
Oh, yeah. That one Swamp Thing cover I did was Swamp Thing spent a lot of time in... I think they're in New Mexico, though. Or no, I think they're in Texas. I don't remember. Yeah, but like a cactus Swamp Thing would be pretty cool. Here's the alligators.
A Swamp Thing. Wait, how do you pronounce that? It is pronounced pareidolia. Like seeing Jesus in your toast. A Swamp Thing like that would be cool, says Carrie.
Dylan, that was for the recent Hellblazer. Actually, I said it was a Swamp Thing cover, but I think it was actually a Hellblazer cover. But it was called like To Live and Die in America or something like that. It was new, like it was last year. If you Google like Tyler Crook Hellblazer cover, I think you'll find it. Or you might have to Google Tyler Crook Swamp Thing cover. Thanks, Stacy. This one needs like
Dead in America.
Dead in America.
That covers that original art sold, didn't it?
I don't remember.
I can find
Seems like it should have. It was a very good cover. Secret frogs. It does look like he's holding a martini.
I think that too.
This one would be pretty fun. I think this would be like Because this is one that would be, I think, if I did it as an oil painting, would be like really focused on
the landscape.
Well, yeah, just like a lot of texture stuff. Sort of doing this grassland stuff, but it would be kind of abstractish. A lot of really thin, like transparent paint in streaks, kind of a thing.
That cover did sell.
Okay, good.
There's an NC Wyeth of a painting walking with kids on a beach. I want to see this. I didn't know he painted like fictional, like fantasy stuff.
NC Wyeth was Andrew Wyeth's father, and he did that. He was most famous for like Treasure Island.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I don't know if I have that. I have this that's been sitting right here. This is about 3 generations of Wyeths. It's a good book. I don't think... Well, maybe. I don't know if that giant's in here.
The painting, the giant painting, is called The Giant. It was done in 1923.
One cool thing about N.C. Wyeth is he painted so big. Like, here's a kind of normal size painting, but it's still like 4 feet tall. A lot of his paintings were even bigger than that, I think. This one I always loved. Ben Gunn. Where it's just like...
Can you put it...
Yes.
Up.
It's like such
a...
Thanks. I don't know, just so much shadow there, and it's gorgeous.
Can't even tell what's going on.
It's just like a guy peeking in the woods. And man, and this one from Treasure Island, this is like such an amazing composition, like with this big shadowed figure right in the middle, right up front. So neat. Like N.C. Wyeth's compositions are actually like just incredible. Like even when they're like this one isn't even like that great of a composition. It's just like very solid composition. You know, there's like really nothing to complain about in this. For me.
No notes.
I'm sure some weirdo can find something to complain about in that composition.
Dylan says that he loves the Dead in America cover you did with Swamp Thing's face coming out of the plants, or being formed by the plants.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't look like that giant one's in here. This one, though. And probably a lot of people have seen this one, but dang, that's good. It almost looks like a wide angle lens on this one, which is cool.
Oh, Dylan made a comment. Girls' night out, sparkle sparkle with T-Rex and Swamp Thing. And people are loving that idea.
The that Treasure Island illustration with the guy, the blind guy reaching out, kind of made me want to do maybe a Swamp Thing that's like reaching out to us. But I don't know. Without like a narrative reason for him to be doing it, I'm not sure why. Like how to do it.
He's reaching for a butterfly. That's right up close to our view.
Oh, I could have him like...
Or reaching for a flower that's up close. Carrie is asking what kind of pencil you're using that is able to have that long piece of lead and doesn't snap.
This is just a lead holder. I have two of them here. Actually, these are the same product number, but this one's older, and this one's made out of brass, and this one's newer, and it's made out of aluminum. And the brass one I like a lot because it's a lot heavier. But they just have two different kinds of lead in them. This is, I don't remember what kind. This is my sort of hard lead, so it draws a lighter line. And this is this stuff, my Uni 2B, which is very, very soft and makes a very dark line. I think this one might be an H hardness or maybe an HB, which is basically like a number 2. But they don't break. Well, I break them all the time, but as long as you don't press super hard, you can keep it real long.
Oh, I don't know if it's too late to say bye to Michael. Michael's gonna go have movie night with friends watching Val Kilmer movies.
Oh, nice. R.I.P.
Oh, Keith says that maybe Swamp Thing's reaching for a nice frog that he met. I can hear the scratching of that pencil on your paper from here. I'm like 10 feet away from you. Stacy thinks that you'd do a really great Doc Holliday.
Maybe. I've always wanted to do a Western. The closest I've gotten is Sixth Gun.
Like the Val Kilmer Doc Holliday? which is pretty much the real life photos of Doc Holliday. So either one.
Kind of like this with the like extreme foreshortening.
A dragonfly? Is that what's on his
No,
finger?
it's a little bird.
Oh, okay. Val Kilmer is like Swamp Thing if Swamp Thing was incredibly handsome.
Swamp Thing is incredibly handsome.
That's why I laughed. Keith says
Flipping
Swamp
us
Thing.
the bird.
Yes. And the bird is mooning us. I'm wondering if you've already picked the one you want to paint now, because you're adding so much detail to it.
No, I haven't really picked.
Okay. Oh. What's cool with everybody lately? What do y'all got going on? The awesome stuff that you're doing. You got anything, honey?
Do I have anything?
Yeah. Anything cool?
Man, I am getting so close to being done with Out of Alcatraz. I turned in a script this week for another thing that I'm pretty excited about.
I didn't know you turned it in.
Yeah.
Nice.
What else?
Keith bought some records. I think you've got some new records too.
Did I get oh yeah, I got some thrift store records. Nothing super great. You did get me that Close Encounters of the Third Kind record that was pretty great.
You did listen to
That's
it?
right. I think it's over there. Yeah, like it's not a great way to experience that story. But it was pretty fun. The synthesizer music for this was pretty great. The official dramatized recording. And it is not like the movie cast. It's like all voice actors.
Oh, whoa, weird. Then how is it the official one?
I don't know. It's the only one who paid for a license, I guess.
Oh. Let's see. Seth is working on pages right now, and it feels great to have something that is almost like a finished product. Yes, that's awesome.
It is very exciting when you can like start to see it take form.
Mm-hmm. The Tugboat is asking what date the Out of Alcatraz #2 comes out. I just pulled it up.
It comes out
this month, doesn't it?
Yeah, the 23rd of April, I think. Wednesday the 23rd. Is the 23rd Wednesday?
You're right. April 23rd.
Yes.
How did you do that? What a good memory.
because I was looking at it earlier today, and because I'm going to be signing at Cosmic Monkey on that day,
Oh, okay.
along with Tyler Boss and Jesus Christ.
I'll pull it up. But
Ashcan Press.
Cosmic Monkey is in Portland.
Portland, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Rosenberg. The Indomitable.
Okay, and then Dylan is excited that that his favorite YouTube comic creator Scott Circland is doing a Kickstarter for the final issue of Kids vs. Zombies that's been worked on for over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Stacy adopted a calico cat.
Oh, congratulations.
Aww. Very cute. Sounds like she's a wild one, but they love her. Oh, I lost my place. There we go. Emma's figuring out composition issues on another piece. Another dinosaur piece, perhaps?
This sketch is like turning out pretty fun for me. Like getting these tree branches. In the way is pretty cool.
Yeah, the forced perspective, like you said, is very, very interesting. Carrie is booking shows for Splash Pages, her YouTube channel with other co-hosts that I had the names of on the tip of my tongue. 1 moment.
Did I say about the Four Color Fantasies covers literature? Covers...
Not this episode yet.
There's a link in the bio.
Yes.
On the thing.
Of this.
If you want to buy the Powerpuff Girls cover, the sketch cover that I painted on here on stream a couple weeks ago, then you can go bid on it right this second. It is, like I said, links down below. It's on the Four Color Fantasies Facebook page. This one is very interesting to me, but also seems like a lot of work. Figuring out all these trees. But it might be a fun challenge. I'm trying hard with the oil painting stuff to sort of pick one thing at a time to figure out, or just like a handful of things at a time. And this one looks like it would be a bunch of things at a time to figure out.
Oh, Tugboat suggests the branches folding in to form a heart.
A bog frog.
So yeah, Carrie's splash page hosts are Leo and Drew. Thank you, Carrie. And also, she has another network dedicated to storytelling that focuses on prose. I would love to hear about that. Find out how to find it. Keith met Sean Murphy last weekend at WonderCon and got a few books signed.
Cool. Is everyone excited about the Nintendo Switch 2?
Yeah.
I am. I didn't think I was going to be, but it actually looks really cool.
Oh, yeah.
As Emma just pointed out, the pre-orders got delayed because of tariff stuff, which is a nightmare. Like, it was going to cost, they announced the pricing was going to be $500, but that was before the tariffs got announced. So it's very likely that it's going to be $600 or $700 now. But we'll see. Things change.
Yep. Minute to minute. Oh, Carrie's channel for prose is the Owl Light Network. Her favorites are her Clutch of Personalities, where she interviews some prose authors. It's like a virtual campfire of storytellers. That sounds fun.
I might be with you, Seth, of sticking to the Switch that we got now, at least for the time being. We didn't get our Switch until kind of late, actually, anyway, so like...
Yeah.
And I actually, man, I was so stoked. I thought my, I just ordered the Metal Gear Solid
Yep.
collection for the Switch. And it was supposed to come today, but I checked, and
it also was slowed from the tariffs.
And I don't know, because it was coming from the U.S., but it was like, it's arriving today, but it left Denver this morning at like 11 or something. So
yeah, it's not gonna be here today. Not in Oregon. Not on the west coast of Oregon. Rudak says oil painting tree bark will be a fun learning process.
Yeah, that's so those palette knives come in. I don't know where I'm going with this idea. I was just thinking, what if you could barely make out that it was Swamp Thing?
Like he's a tree. Did Bob Ross use oils?
Yes.
Ooh, are you making... are you doing the Wyeth shadowy figure in the foreground thing?
Oh, I guess I kind of am. Although it's not nearly as dramatic, like dynamic of a pose. He's just sort of lumbering right there.
Tibbs is loving your studio window lately.
Yeah, it's springtime and the birds are starting to show up.
But she's not up in the studio. She likes coming in here. The studio has a bigger window that's higher up. You'd think that...
The studio window?
I mean, not the studio. I did say that. That's not what I meant.
I
The
don't think it
living
has
room.
I don't think it has as good a view of the trees though.
Ah.
It's kind of an interesting. This is turning into an interesting idea to me. One of the things, like, I haven't not done in a long time. Well, I guess that's not true because that skull lady that I showed early in the stream is like that. But I haven't done a thing that isn't narrative in a long time. It's like I only draw and paint things that have stories nowadays. Which is great. I like pictures with stories.
And even just like the story with your skull lady is that she got her hair done in a flip. And
she stuck her head in one of those giant hair drying things.
Oh my gosh, yes.
For too long. Oh, you might be signing things with Howard Shakin. That's cool. All right, let's see if I can come up with one more. I don't know if I found anything that like really has me excited. Like this one looks pretty fun.
Which one are you pointing to?
I'm pointing to the one with the forced perspective.
Okay.
And then this one looks pretty fun. That's like the low swampy grassland.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if anything's like jumped out at me as like something I definitely want to do.
Is Howard Shakin singing old school songs or Swamp Thing, Carrie?
Where's Swampo?
Oh my gosh, now I want to change the lyrics of I'm on Smoko to
I'm on Swampo.
I'm on Swampo. I am Swampo. So leave me alone. I am Swampo.
This is kind of an idea. Just to do a close-up.
Oh my gosh, Carrie, you and Howard Shakin could just break out in song at any moment.
It always cracks me up that Swamp Thing has ears.
Little ears.
Little ears.
Maybe they're not really ears. Maybe they're just little mushrooms. Oh my gosh, tugboat. Oh my gosh.
Little cauliflower ears.
Yes. Ooh, Carrie says broccoli ears then. Stacy is for any one of these thumbnails as a painting. Keith, Swamp Thing used to be a boxer. Maybe he does have cauliflower ears.
Alec Holland was a boxer before, like, in college or something.
Keith was just justifying the cauliflower ears.
Just making shit up.
Your Swamp Thing has such a pleasant little smile on his face.
He's not supposed to be smiling. It's supposed to be kind of neutralish, but maybe he's having a nice day.
Swamps are beautiful. It's easy to have a nice day in a swamp.
It's true. Unless you got swamp foot.
That's all he's got. He's okay with it. He's also got Swamp Pit, Swamp Quarach.
It swamps all the way down.
Yeah. Swamp ass. That's Dylan.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything. There's something here. I think I might be done for the night. Maybe I'll just take a look at these in the morning and see what's jumping out at me. See if there's a painting I can start this weekend.
Or that one of these will inspire some other idea.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. We did it, guys. We cooled down. Yeah, I don't know. These kind of all have something about them that I like, but I think these two are my favorites, and then these two, these two are like follow-up. This one and this one are the same idea, just from a different camera angle. And this, the way I can make this way better, like in one go, would be just to put some like trees in the foreground.
You logging off, Stacy? Have a good weekend too. Bye, Keith. Have a good weekend.
That one's better already, but I don't know. All right, guys. Go tell the people that you love how much you love them, and I love all y'all. I hope you have a great week.
Tell everyone you love about how much you love Out of Alcatraz.
Yep, and tell your loved ones to go to the Four Color Fantasies Facebook page and put a bid on that Powerpuff cover I did. It is for literacy in Virginia. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. I'll see you next Friday.
Bye, everyone.